Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Webster County High School for tonight's game featuring the Maroons of Madisonville North Hopkins and your Trojans of Webster County. And now, let's meet our starting lineups. Beginning with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Madisonville North Hopkins Maroons. Starting at guard, number 2, Monte Ratcliffe. Starting at guard, number 3, Aaron Richardson. Starting at guard, number 5, Landon Smith. Starting at forward, number 15, Ryan Bryant. And starting at forward, number 24, Canyon Johnson. The head coach of the Madisonville North Hopkins Maroons is Caleb Nelson. And now for the home team, your Webster County Trojans. Starting at forward, number 1, Jarvis Stark Scott. Starting at guard, number 2, Micah Austin. Starting at guard, number 5, Evan Mikulek. Starting at guard, number 11, Luke Garrett. And starting at forward, number 24, Deshaun Murphy. Your Trojans are coached by Jonathan Darnes, Jeremy Garrett, Todd Witzel, Greg Duncan, and the head coach of the Trojans is Corey Garrett.
Well, the Webster County Trojans trying to stay on a hot streak as they've won 2 of their last 5 and 2 in a row, trying to finish the season out strong here right before district play as tip goes. It's with Madisonville North Hopkins as they're moving the ball around. A long three-pointer taken, rebound gotten by Jarvis Stark Scott. Going back the other way now is Webster County as Garrett bringing it up for them. Has some trouble keeping the handle on it. He gets it over to Evan Mikulek for 3, no good. Rebound by Madisonville North, going back the other way now fast. It's with Johnson, their high point scorer from the last game. They've got it back up top. It's over to Radcliffe, now in the middle. Back out to the three-point line, a three-pointer shot, no good. And rebound grabbed by 2 men. It'll be a jump ball, and I believe it will go to Webster County, as Bryant and Stark Scott both had their hands on that one. Going back to Webster County with possession as Jarvis Stark Scott gets it, takes it the length of the floor, left-hand layup, no good. Rebound, Madisonville North Hopkins. Going back the other way now. It's over to Johnson. Johnson stops, doubled, gets it back out top, taken into the paint for 2, no good. Bryant gets the rebound, gets blocked on the way up. Rebounded by Deshaun Murphy. Going back the other way now is Webster County. Murphy, layup, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson looking to drive, kicks it out to the right corner. No good on the first attempt, but good on the second one is Richardson for 2. Radcliffe and Richardson, the talented guard combo for Madisonville North Hopkins, getting it started as Richardson with the scoring, as it's now 2-0. As mid-range jumper missed by Micah Austin, rebounded by Johnson, taken back up the floor, given off to Radcliffe. He's got it up top for Madisonville North, setting up the offense. He gives it to the left wing over to Richardson, to Smith, back to Richardson, over to Radcliffe for 3, good. 5-0 ball game. 5 minutes 55 seconds remain here in Webster County. Deshaun Murphy to the rim, right-hand layup, no good, gets his own rebound, goes up on the other end, no good in that one as well. A steal. Jarvis Scott whips him. Left hand layup good. Jarvis good for 2. Webster County gets their start through the senior. Jarvis Scott. 2-5 ball game. Now under 5:30 remain here in the quarter. As ball pass to Richardson, good for 2 on the layup. Inbounded to Murphy. He brings it up for Webster County. Murphy with Johnson on him. This is the matchup that you want to see in this game. 2 of the very best in West Kentucky going at it. As a foul on Johnson here, that will be his first. As Murphy attempts to drive middle and get into the paint. The ball will be taken out underneath Webster County's own basket. It'll stay Webster County basketball. Garrett to inbound as he gets it over to Austin. Austin through the middle, right-hand layup, no good. Gets his own rebound, put back up and in. Good for Mike Austin for 2. Now 4-7 ball game and a timeout taken. It will be a 30-second timeout, I believe. And yes, a 30-second timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well. With 4:55 remaining here in the first quarter. Your score, Webster County 4, Madisonville North Hopkins 7. As North Hopkins gets the ball in, it's with Radcliffe. Down low, it goes to Bryant where he scores 2. Murphy gets the inbound for Webster County. He'll bring it across. Working on Johnson. His 2-pointer blocked. Rebounded by Smith, going back the other way. Good from 3 is Radcliffe on the other end. This North team going very fast. Definitely working Webster County into playing their game, not Madisonville North not Webster County playing theirs. 4-12 ball game, 4:11 remain here in the first quarter. Inbound now to Mikulik. Gives it out to Murphy. Murphy drives, and they'll say he traveled. Trying to get it out to Micah Austin for 3. It'll be a turnover going back the other way now with Madisonville North. Coming up the court is Radcliffe with the basketball now. Over to Johnson. Now to Richardson. Richardson no good for 2. Rebounded by Webster County. Lost. Radcliffe with the ball. Good for 3. A full timeout taken by Webster County, and we'll take a timeout as well. 3:40. back here in Webster County after the full timeout for the Trojans. 3:40 remains, 4-15 ball game. As Webster County gets the ball, going up the floor is Murphy. He's got Richardson on him. As Murphy drives left, keeps, gives it off to Jarvis Stark-Scott, back up top to Austin, and they'll set up their offense as Malachi Orcutt has checked into the game. A screen and roll with him and Austin, and a foul going to the rim as Austin will go to the free throw line to shoot two now. So 2 shots coming up here from Micah Austin. Very good free throw shooter as he's shooting above 70% on the season. The first one is good. He's got 3 in the game now. Second free throw on its way from Micah Austin is also good. So 6-15 ball game now. Webster County trail by 9 as Madisonville has a couple of substitutions come in the game for them. And they'll get going again here in Webster County. As good rotation offense by Madisonville North. The floater, no good. Rebound, Garrett. One back the other way now is Webster County as Garrett looks, hits Austin in the corner. Left corner, it's Austin. He'll take a dribble, looking, takes it back out top, and will set it up for Webster County. Stark-Scott over to Garrett. Out to Malachi Orcutt for 3, no good. Rebound, Murphy goes back up and puts it in for 2. Murphy has his first 2 of the ball game. Stark-Scott almost gets the steal in the backcourt. Radcliffe in the corner for 3. It's good from Peyton. And an official's timeout being taken as referee needs to tie his shoe. Eight to 18 ball game with 2:10 remaining here in the first quarter. Reed McDyer checks into the ball game for Webster County and immediately gets the inbound. And he'll bring it down for Webster County as he gets into the paint, gives it off to Garrett. Over to Jarvis Stark-Scott, who loses the basketball, goes out of bounds, and it will will go to Madisonville North. So the Maroons retain possession after that one. As a couple of more substitutions for Madisonville North. As ball being passed around by Madisonville. Ball goes up, no good. There will be a foul. We'll see who it's on. It'll be on number 15, Malachi Orcutt, his first foul of the ball game. Coming in for Webster County is Deshaun Murphy for Luke Garrett. On the floor now is McDyer, Orcutt, Stark-Scott, Austin, and Murphy. And ball gets put into the post. It'll be lost though. The floater now good for 2. 20-8 ball game. 1:15 remain here in the first quarter. As Murphy for 2, good. He uses a grown man move and gets to the rim as Murphy also with the tough defense on the sideline gets him to go out of bounds. It will go back to Webster County off the inbound and defense from Deshaun Murphy. Murphy inbounds to McDyer, back to Murphy, who will look across court and go to Austin. Back out to McDyer, and they'll set it up. Back over to Austin. Out to McDyer. They'll give it back and forth a couple times. Austin for three, no good. Rebound by Gant. He's going back up the floor now for Madisonville North. Gives it off to Sherris. And he'll direct traffic to get these players where they need to be. Set up the offense for Madisonville North with 30 seconds remaining. With Sherris in the corner for three. No good from the lefty. Jarvis Stark-Scott rebound. Going back the other way now is Webster County. It's off with Austin. Now over to Stark-Scott. To Murphy. Murphy with 10 seconds remaining. They're going to look to take the last shot here. He's got Gant on him. A screen. Nothing going. Murphy for three. No good. And Howard will grab the rebound as time will expire here in the first quarter. Your score after one, Webster County 10, Madisonville. Back here in Webster County with the start of the second quarter on its way as your first quarter finishes with a score of Webster County 10, Madisonville North Hopkins 20. As Webster County in a bit of a rut here, but going to work to get their way out of it as it's with Howard on offense. He loses it to McDyer. Going back the other way now is Webster County. It's out to Mikulek for three. Bang! It's good for three. That's his first three of the ball game, and Webster County on the board first here in the second quarter, 13-20 now. As balls with Sherris, given off to Gant, who scores for two as he gets inside. It's a 9-point ball game now, 13-22. Give to Murphy for Webster County as they're in the front court. It's with Mikulek again for three, no good. Rebound Howard. Ball over to Gant, bringing it up the floor now for Madisonville. McDyer on the defense, doesn't allow the layup to go. Ball loose. It goes inside to Howard. He gets fouled as he goes up by Garrett, and he will be shooting two at the line. As Howard is at the line for two. His first free throw is good. Johnson and Smith check back into the game for Madisonville North. Second free throw from Howard is no good. Rebound for Orcutt. Going back up the floor is McDyer. A block by Howard. Second putback, no good from Orcutt, but the putback from Murphy, he'll get fouled and he'll go to the line for two. A whole team down there to try and get the rebound. And Murphy still comes down with it, gets the putback opportunity, and will go to the line for two here. As Murphy's first free throw is no good. second free throw on its way from Murphy. 13-23 ball game, 6:47 remain. Here in the second quarter as Murphy makes his second. He's got 5 now, and Webster County makes it a 9-point ball game, 14-23, as Johnson will bring it up for Madisonville North. As good deflection there by McGuire. He will stop the ball from getting across court. It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with Madisonville North, but prevents a open 3-point basket there. The inbound from Sheriff on its way. He gets in. It's over to Smith, to Johnson. Back into Smith for 2. Good on the layup. As Murphy receives the inbounds pass, he'll bring it across. Gives it off to Stark Scott. His three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Madisonville North going back the other way now. It's over to Sheriff. Excuse me, that is now, after 2 missed jumpers, that is now Bryant down low. Over to Johnson, good for 2. Down the floor to Austin, good for 2. 16-27 ball game after 3 quick trips down the floor for Madisonville North and Webster County. A lot of basketball being played here. Fast-paced action as Bryant with the basketball spins off of Jarvis Stark Scott, hangs. Can he finish? No, he can't. Left-hand layup, no good. Rebound by Madisonville North. And they'll say he traveled to Smith as he catches it in the corner for North, so it'll go the other way now with Webster County. 5 minutes, 24 seconds remain. 16-27 ball game. Webster County trail by 11. As Mikulek gives the inbound to Murphy, and here we go. Going the other way now is Webster County. Murphy with Johnson on him, guarding him full court. Gives it off to Mikulek. Over to Garrett, who gets in the paint for 2, no good. Rebound by Radcliffe. Back tip almost gotten by Stark Scott. Great pass intercepted by Garrett. Going the other way now is Webster County. It's Austin for 2, no good. Johnson with the rebound. Going the other way is North. It's with Richardson. No good for 2. Back up the floor to Murphy. Murphy gets it inside. Gives it out to Stark Scott for 3. Bang! Good for 3 is Stark Scott. He's got 5 as well as Murphy now. 19-27 ball game. Radcliffe brings it up. Austin tries to attempt a steal on Bryant. Can't get it. It goes over to Johnson, back to Radcliffe for a deep 3. Bang! Another one from Radcliffe. He's got 3 three-pointers from a different area code at this point. As Johnson working on Murphy. Murphy can't keep the handle. Gets it back. Tries to give it off to Austin. It's stolen by Richardson. Going the other way now. A foul called. I believe it's actually called out of bounds on Webster County. It'll stay with Madisonville North. As the inbound goes to Richardson after the out-of-bounds play, it goes back to Radcliffe. He's got Orcutt on him. Orcutt defending the three-pointer. He can't get that one to fall. Garrett with the rebound and brings it up for Webster County. He's got Johnson on him. Over to Stark Scott. Looks at a 3, won't take it. Gives it back out to Mikulek. Off of Stark Scott, and it will be Madisonville North basketball. So now Madisonville North with the basketball, bringing it up is Radcliffe. He's guarded by Jarvis Stark Scott. Just under 3.5 minutes remain here in the second quarter. 19-30 ball game. Webster County trail by 11 to Madisonville North. as it's outside to Johnson. Johnson working on Garrett, spin move, gets picked on the rim and lays it in for two. Trace Hardison, who just checked in, will come in and play point guard duties for Webster County now, as it's between Hardison and Garrett to get it up the floor. Garrett with it. He's going to get a screen from Orcutt, gives it off to Stark Scott. The screen gets Austin open for three, no good. Rebound, Orcutt. And Radcliffe with the steal, gives it off to Bryant. Bryant for two on the other end, good. Inbound to Austin, over to Stark Scott. And a foul called. It'll be a foul on Bryant. So now Jarvis Stark Scott gets his first two attempts from the free throw line. His first one on its way is good. Rolls in. He's got 6 in the game now. 20-34 ball game. 2 minutes and 31 seconds remain here in the second quarter. Second free throw on its way from Stark Scott is good. He's got 7. Webster County with a deficit to get over here as it's a 13-point ball game, 21-34, Madisonville North. As Johnson gets the ball to the corner to Radcliffe. His three-pointer no good. Out of bounds off of Richardson. It will be Webster County basketball. The inbound for Stark Scott goes to Hardison. As it'll be stolen by Sheriff, and now attempted to be stolen by Austin. Austin will foul Radcliffe. That'll be his first. As Gant and Peyton come back into the ball game now with Johnson, Sheriff. Now with 2 minutes remaining here, 13 ball game, Madisonville North lead. Jarvis Starks on Johnson. Johnson falling down, going to the rim. Can't get the layup to fall. It'll be with Stark Scott. Over to Orcutt. Out to Murphy. Murphy's two-pointer. Good and one. Now the question is was that a three-point bucket? And they're going to count it as one, 24-34, and the and one, so a 4-point play on its way for Webster County. As he gets the 3 and 1 to fall, so now 25-34, 9-point game, just like that, 4-point swing, Webster County right back in it. As Johnson gives it off to Sheriff. Sheriff loses the basketball, gives it off to Johnson again. He'll hop step in the lane, and good defense there from Webster County. It's rebounded now by Orcutt, gives it off to Murphy. Over to Hardison. Over to Orcutt now with Stark Scott. Now to Austin. Austin drives. Orcutt gets the basket to go after a bunch of bodies in the paint. As Madisonville North now with the basketball. A tip ball by Hardison. Good defense being played. It's out of bounds off Webster County. It'll be Madisonville North basketball with a 7-point deficit now with 53 seconds remaining. And a full timeout needed by Madisonville North. So Webster County with a bit of a run there to bring it from 13 all the way down to 7. We'll be back after a word from our local sponsors. The end of the quarter on its way. It's into Gant. Back out to Sherris. Ball being worked around. Back out to Gant. Inside to Johnson. Johnson out to Sherris. Over to Gant for three. Long rebound. Grabbed by Peyton and put back in by Madisonville North. Peyton. Good for two. Murphy gets the inbound. 30 seconds remain. Madisonville knows they're going to have a chance at the last shot here, and Murphy would like to take it. Now 15 seconds remain. Murphy will have Johnson on him. He's probably their best defender. Very long and strong player. It's given off to Austin. Austin drives, looks, falling away. His two-pointer, no good. Rebound Gant. He'll throw it the length of the floor, and no good. Almost takes out a poor cheerleader down there. Is your final score at the end of the half? Webster County 27, Madisonville North 36.
Your regional KDCO Intermediate High School Hip Hop Division Dance Champions, your Webster County Trojanettes. They will be competing at state on Saturday. Good luck, girls.
Home, this is illegal. I got more slaps than the Beatles. Foreign teams running on diesel, dog. Ain't playing with my name, this is lethal, dog. Don Corleone. Trust me, at the top, this isn't lonely. Everybody acting like they know me, dog. Don't just say it down, you gotta show me. I just put a Richard on the card. I ain't going playing ball, but I'll show you how to do it.
Bad chicks in the man. Cue the lights, still the show. Bad chicks in the man, let them know. Call me chief, we in the zone. Bad chicks. Reach your heights, on the road. Don't sleep, take a chance, not a fall. Taking flight, overboard. Bad chicks, let them know. I'm the bad guy.
But I didn't know it was that bad.
Something about you makes me feel like a dangerous woman. Something about you makes me wanna do things that I shouldn't. Something about. I said I won't lose control, I don't want it. I said I won't get too close, that I can't stop it. Oh no, there you go, making me a liar. Got me begging you, come on. Oh no, there we go, starting up a fire. Oh no, there you go, you're making me a liar. I kinda like it though. Oh no, there we go, starting up a fire. Oh no.
Your Webster County Trojanettes.
Now 9 in the game for Austin. Webster County playing a soft zone here as it looks like a 3-2 being played. Ball goes inside. It's with Bryant, knocked out by Murphy. Murphy out to the corner to Mikulek. Drives, layup, no good. Rebound, Orcutt. Gets it back up, puts it in for 2. Ball stolen by Murphy down low on the inbound. It's with Orcutt. A foul is called. We'll see who it's on. A lot of bodies on the floor between both teams. Orcutt definitely hurting after that exchange. We'll see who the foul is on. They'll call it on number 1, Willis of Madisonville North. And it will stay with Webster County. 5th foul means that Webster County's in the bonus now, and Orcutt will go to the free throw line after the great play from Murphy to get the steal on the inbound. Now a chance for 2 and a chance to make it a 2-point game, as first free throw is no good from Orcutt. McDyer will come in for Mikulek. Murphy, Orcutt, Austin, Stark Scott, and now McDyer on the floor for Webster County. Orcutt's second free throw on its way is good. Orcutt now with 9 as well. Webster County, after switching to this zone defense, has really been putting a hurting on Madisonville North on the defensive end, as it's over to Gant. Gant tries to get it over to Willis. Willis loses the basketball, gets it off to Sheriff, back to him, over to Payton. Looks inside to Sheriff, 2-pointer, no good. Rebound by Orcutt. He'll get tied up. We'll see who possession lies with. It will be Madisonville North. So they get the missed shot, and they will flip possession arrow, and Johnson will check back into the ball game for Madisonville North. As well, Will Richardson for Willis and Smith for Payton. So now Sheriff attempts to move on the inbound. He was supposed to stay still. It'll be Webster County basketball after the violation on the inbound. Howard will now check in the ball game for Madisonville North. Austin, inbound to Murphy. He's got Johnson on him, loses it off his foot, trying to go behind the back. It will be with Madisonville North now. So 2 stops end up getting Webster County the basketball with only a 3-point deficit, but then they lose it off of simple mistakes and turnovers that could be avoided. So now North with the basketball over to Smith. To Sheriff, back to Smith, back to him. He's going to ask for a screen from Howard. Sheriff over to Smith. Sheriff in the corner, inside to Smith. Foul called on Orcutt, and it will be 2 shots coming up at the line for Smith. 39-42 with 2 minutes and 19 seconds remaining. So we'll see Smith with a couple of free throws here, as his first one is no good. Radcliffe will check back into the ball game for Madisonville North with Sheriff, Smith, Richardson, and Howard. And Austin, McDyer, Stark Scott, Mikulek, and Garrett will be in the ball game now for Webster County after a couple subs. Smith gets his own rebound, 2-pointer, no good. Rebound Mikulek with McDyer looking up the floor now. Heavy pressured by Smith, who's trailing the play. Austin with the pump fake, gives it off to Stark Scott. Over to Mikulek, back to Stark Scott, being guarded by Sheriff now. back out to Nicollet. Just under 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Austin with the ball up top, being guarded by Richardson. Garrett being guarded by Smith. Garrett gets to the rim. He'll pass it off to McDyer for three. Bang! Ties up the ball game here in the third. 1 minute 30 seconds remains. Radcliffe bringing the ball up for Madisonville North. Will get it over to Richardson. Back to Sherris. Over to Radcliffe. His three-pointer, no good. Wrong rebound. It goes to Garrett. Gives it off to McDyer. Just over a minute remaining here in the third. Webster County now brings it up. Over to Garrett. Garrett drives, kicks. Austin three. Bang! Another one for three. Gives them a three-point lead. 50 seconds remain and a timeout for Madisonville North. We'll take a timeout as well with 49 seconds remaining here in the third. Your score, Webster County 45, Madisonville North 42. Quite the wild turn of events to end And now the fourth quarter ready to start here again as Webster County will inbound and have possession first. Ball inbounded to Reed McDyer. It's over to Mikulek, looking to get the ball inside to Austin. Mikulek on the opposite end, fouled underneath as he continues to get his own rebounds and try and get putbacks. He'll get fouled on the offensive end, and he will see the free throw line to start the quarter here as it's 45-42, 7:45 remaining. Mikulek with a chance to put the first two on the board for Webster County of the quarter. About a 68% free throw shooter on the year as his first one is good. So him and Murphy probably the most reliable free throw shooters, as well as Austin, with Austin and Murphy averaging around 70% and Mikulek at 68. Very good free throw shooters on this team to try and keep them in it. As Mikulek, his second free throw is good. So now 5 for Mikulek in the ball game. 5-point lead over North Hopkins. As the ball getting moved around, it goes inside to Johnson. Bad pass as he's trying to throw a no-look to get him open. Going to Bryant. Loses it, goes back the other way now with Webster County. Ball over to Murphy. Murphy drives, kicks. It's with Austin. He'll get through the lane for two. Good! Austin with the 2-point bucket. Johnson going back the other way. Euro step, good for two on the floater. McDyer takes the inbound and will have the basketball going up the floor now. He attacks Bryant. Gives it off to Austin. Austin pump fakes a three. The swing pass over to Murphy. Murphy's floater, no good. Rebound Johnson, gets it up to Radcliffe. Radcliffe stops at the free throw line, pops, no good. Rebound Austin. Gives it off to McDyer, and they'll slow it down with Webster County here with 6:30 remaining in the the fourth quarter. Just a 5-point lead now in the ball game, 49-44. The entry pass to Garrett, foul on Radcliffe, and it will stay with Webster County. Orcutt will come in for Austin. 6:19 remains. Garrett on his way to the rim, gets two on the tough two. That's his first 2 points of the ball game. A tough layup there from Garrett. And a blocking foul called. It was very close to a charge. Garrett looks shaken up on the ground here. Hopefully Garrett can walk this one off. Looks like they might have collided as they were going to the ground. Made it a whole lot worse of a fall. .6:01 remains. Richardson with 2 free throws coming up here for Madisonville North. 51-44 ball game, Webster County lead. Richardson's first free throw is no good. Second free throw on its way with nobody in to rebound for Richardson, as it will be Webster County basketball after the miss. Murphy over to Mikulek, up to Garrett, back to Mikulek, back out to Garrett, being guarded by Bryant. Garrett, tough lay, good for two! Garrett now has 4 in the ball game. Willis for 2, no good. Rebound, Murphy going back the other way now is Webster County. It's with McDyer. Over to Garrett. Guarded by Radcliffe. Gets to the rim again for 2. Luke Garrett has turned it on here in the fourth. He's got 6 just in the last 3 minutes. Johnson gets into the paint. No good for 2. Loses it to Orcutt. It's up to McDyer. Give it to him again. I want to see it again. McDyer dribbling the basketball up top. It's over to Mikulek. A timeout taken by Webster County, a 30-second timeout. With that, we will take a timeout as well. 4:50. Back here in Webster County with 4 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in the fourth. Your score, Webster County 55, Madisonville North 44, as Webster County will have possession here on their own end. And Murphy will get the inbound for Webster County and will have to bring it across against Richardson. Murphy, a very shifty ball handler, gets it across no problem, as Richardson, normally a great defender, but backing off Murphy, making sure he doesn't get a full head of steam at the rim. Murphy now with Johnson on him, gets it in the right corner. He'll bring it out to the top of the key. Murphy, over to Stark Scott. Back to Mikulek. Over to Orcutt. Gives it off to Austin. Now back up top with Murphy. Murphy attempts to get to the rim, blocked. It goes the other way. It's with Willis. Over to Bryant. Bryant in the lane. Blocked by Orcutt, but they'll call a foul underneath. Oh, that could have been close. It'll be on Orcutt. That'll be his fourth, team second. So Orcutt going to have to be careful here, as I believe Garrett will come back into the game for him as he's in foul trouble. Don't need to lose him this early. Bryant at the line for 2, 11-point ball game. Bryant's first free throw is no good. Garrett comes back in the ball game for Orcutt. Garrett, after having quite the terrible night to start, has came out here in the fourth quarter and been a difference maker for this Webster County ball team, as the second free throw for Bryan is good. Murphy gets the inbound. Madisonville North is off center. It's with Austin. No foul called. He can't get the layup to fall. It's over to Radcliffe. He'll pull up for 3. Good. Webster County inbounds to Murphy. Murphy has to watch out for the back tip. He's got Willis behind him. Murphy slowing it down for Webster County. He'll go to work on Bryant. Over to Stark Scott for 3. Bang! Another one! 58-48. Webster County lead by 10. Inside to Bryant. Almost gets stolen by Murphy. Now with Johnson, good for 2. Inbound to Murphy. Murphy gets going on Radcliffe. A timeout taken by Coach Garrett of Webster County to try and make sure no 10-second violation is caused. 3:10 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 58-50 ball game. We'll be right back. back here in Webster County, with Webster County taking possession here after the timeout. 3:10 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 58-50 ball game, as Madisonville North's going to pressure to try and get the ball back here off the inbound, as Austin will hit the deck. Richardson with the foul. His fourth foul in the ball game now, so he's got to be careful to not foul out of this game. 3 minutes and 7 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter now. Only a couple of ticks taken off as Austin gets the inbound. It'll be with Mikulek back across half court. He'll get it across with Willis guarding him closely. Bryant now guarding Jarvis Stark-Scott. He's working on Bryant. Mikulek in the corner now after the pass from Stark-Scott. Murphy gets to the lane. Good for two. Makes it 10 again. Murphy with another 2 points. Not sure how many he has at the moment, but he's got quite a few as Johnson gets the layup inside. Mikulek back to Murphy. Murphy puts it behind his back, gives it off to Garrett. Webster County 8-point, 10-point swings. Mikulek for three. No good. Rebound Jarvis Stark-Scott. Gosh, what an athlete he is. Getting up to get that rebound over the taller player. As Webster County now with the inbound play gets it into Murphy. Murphy takes off. Right hand layup, good. He's got 17 in the ball game now, does Murphy. 52-62, Webster County lead by 10. Three-pointer from Radcliffe, no good. Rebound Mikulek. Ball rebounded but lost by Mikulek, and now a foul and one from Madisonville North. 1 minute, 42 seconds remain. The and one opportunity for Bryant as he gets the steal there. 8-point ball game with 1:40 remaining. As Bryant's free throw on its way. No good. Rebound Garrett. Throws it out to himself. He's trying to get a layup here but won't go. Gets it over to Mikulek with Austin. And a foul on Richardson. That will be his fifth, and we'll see him later. He fouls out of the ball game. So Sheriff will check in for Richardson. Austin at the free throw line. Again, a very good free throw shooter. This is who we want at the line with the bonus shots here at the end of games. 1 minute, 30 seconds remains. 62-54 ball game. First free throw is good, like butter. Second free throw on its way. Is good. He's got 11. Murphy with 17. Webster County with a 10-point lead. Sheriff over to Bryant. Loses it on the way up. It goes out of... Austin's second free throw good. 13 for Austin. Johnson loses the basketball. He picks it back up. Dunk. They'll let him have it as the inbound now goes to Mikulek, and a foul for Sheriff will send him back to the other end with 26 seconds remaining. Ten-point ball game, 66-56. Your score as Webster County at the free throw line with Again, anything but. You want these two guys at the free throw line, not at the end of the game. Mikulek for 2 here to end it. There's one. He's got 6 now, and point number 7 looking to grab here to make it 68-56 and a 12-point lead, as it's good. So Mikulek has 7. Madisonville North will bring it across. Radcliffe looks for a 3. Johnson will take it inside, gives it off to Gant for 3. Gets it. Nothing but wet water. 68-59, 9-point ball game now, as Madisonville North will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well with 16 seconds remaining here in Webster County. Webster County 68. Madisonville North 59. Back here in Webster County after the timeout by Madisonville North. We'll get Webster County with the inbound here as it's over to Austin, and a foul. We'll see who on here. As it's on Smith, that's his second. As Orcutt, I believe, will come back into the ball game to play defense for Webster County just to make sure nothing too crazy happens. Not sure who he will be coming in for, but Austin at the free throw line with a chance for points number 14 and 15 as he gets 14 right there with his 7th made free throw of the night. Second free throw on its way, and good. 11-point ball game as Orcutt will come into the ball game. It'll be for Micah Austin, who gets an ovation from this crowd and from his teammates. What a great game he's played tonight, as Johnson will walk it up the floor to try and get as much time as possible. Johnson to the rim, good for 2. And Mikulek, I believe, will get it across here and will hold up. A timeout called. We'll get the JV guys in, but we'll accelerate the clock here to make sure they get in as the senior group comes off the floor. Their last home game here in Webster County, they win it with a W. 70-61 should be your final score. What a game. What a night for these boys. Great game being played. As Caldwell will get the inbound, and that'll do it here from Webster County. Your score, Webster County 70, Madisonville North 61. That'll do it for me. I'm Travis Turner saying good night.